Hey, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Libra for career, money, finance, October 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com if you'd like a personal or a private reading. Let's just get started. Libra, career, money, finance, October 2019. 5 of Wands. And the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like you've gotten a little off track, Libra. A little off track, and I feel like, you know how sometimes you're working so hard, crispy. You're working so hard towards something that you start to get like, squirrel, like you get so distracted or you're so in your head about it that you realize you're not really progressing anymore. I feel like it's really time with this 3 of Pentacles to come back to the plan. What was the original plan, Libra? What were you working on as far as your career, your money, your finances? Were you working on, like, here's an example. Let's say you were like, okay, I'm going to pay off my some debt, credit card debt, mortgage debt, whatever it is. I'm going to get a second job. I'm going to pay off that debt, and that's it. That's my plan. I got this plan. And then so you take this second job, but now you have to buy a whole other wardrobe for this job, and you have to eat out for this job, and you're spending a ton of money on gas, and you're never home. So it's almost, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. And that's what I'm saying is it's time to come back to the plan. This is just an example. But I'm saying, if you have a plan for your career, your money, your finances, if you have a plan for maybe you want to get more education, but you're doing that to the detriment of something else. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's time to get back to the plan and say, am I following the plan that I set for myself, or have I gotten distracted and gotten off track, and now I'm kind of spinning my wheel, sort of wasting time, and of course frustrated. So the way to alleviate that is to come back to the original plan, because you're a thinker. You are an air sign, Libra. You are a thinker, and you're smart, and you're very analytical. So if you can get yourself back to the original plan, you can very easily go, oh, this is not making sense. I mean, I had that happen. I'm an air sign also, not a Libra, but an air sign. And I was working in a certain position, and at one point it was pointed out to me, yes, I get you're making all this money, but you're spending X, Y, Z, elemental P to go to this position. And so in the net benefit really wasn't that great. It's that kind of thing. I think that's something that's happening right now for you. And now you also have coming up here the 7 of Pentacles, which has been coming up through all of these financial, career, money, finance readings. This is about having so many opportunities and making sure you choose the right one. Just because one falls in your lap, does it mean it's for you? Not necessarily. This is about having a lot of opportunity as well. So just because something shows up, you don't have to take the first thing. You want to wait and choose the thing that's actually really right for you, the thing that makes sense for you. Now here you go. The moon. Things are not always as they seem, and that's why I'm saying really important to go back to the plan. The other thing is, don't get yourself so twisted up and you're like, oh my God, I've ruined everything. I'm doing everything wrong. I've screwed this up. I can never get it back. Again, sometimes things are not as they seem. If you go back to the original plan, you'll be able to evaluate, where am I? Okay, did I get off track? Good. Maybe I'm not that far off track. So before you lose your cool, get back to the plan. Evaluate what the plan was, where you are now, and how to get back. I just feel like you might have gotten a little off track when it comes. I mean, maybe you had a plan to pay something off, and you haven't done it. And okay, all right, that's okay. Where are you now, and how you get back to the plan? How can you get back on track? That's kind of what we're looking at here. Same thing in your career. Sometimes we get stalled and we're like, what am I doing? You realize you're like, I'm wasting my time. Maybe it's time to look for a new position. Maybe this career, you go back to your plan and you go, well, I didn't plan to stay here this long, but I did, as far as a certain position or something. So let's just take a look here. Man, this is coming up all the time too, this Strength card. I'm going to take a lot. This is a tough... Yeah, and the 3 of Pentacles is coming up again. I cannot stress enough to you how important it is to go back to the plan. And I know it's a little bit distracting and irritating. It's going to take all the strength that you have to go back and really evaluate what is going on. And when I say that, I also mean that you want to be super careful when it comes to this, because it's hard to look at ourselves honestly. Sometimes we just get ourselves a little wonky, and it's really hard to honestly evaluate what's going on. And that's why I say it will take all this strength, this quiet This is not boisterous, loud, get her done kind of strength. This is like, okay, I gotta have a conversation with myself that may not be as comfortable as I would like it to be. So let's see here. You have got the Seven of Swords, which means you don't have all the information. So I would really say that you want to evaluate what's going on in your career, your money, and your finances. If there is something that you're like, yeah, you need to dive deep and find out what is going on. Let's just say you were on the track for a certain promotion, and now it's 6 months, 8 months, a year past when that was supposed to happen. Why is that? You don't know. Well, you need to find out. If you're working on trying to pay debt off or whatever, and it's not getting paid off, and something is not lining up, it's time to figure out what you're missing. Maybe look at your budget. What's going on? Is there something being spent where it shouldn't be? No matter what, you got to get back to that plan. You got to tell yourself the truth. And if you don't know what's going on, you have to find out. And you have this Five of Wands also. Again, this Five of Wands, you had it before. The Five of Wands, it is about time-wasting behavior. It's about having an honest conversation. Am I following the plan that I had set for myself? Do I even have a plan? Or am I just kind of flailing around? It's really important that you have a plan for your career, your money, your finances. This plan is what guides you through your life. I mean, it's really important that you have a plan in place. So it's time to evaluate that. You may have to have, like I said, a very serious conversation with yourself. So that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching.